Welcome back, guys. Hope you're doing amazing. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm happy to see you again. So this video is going to belong to fasting, and I said I'm going to do it longer and do a summary of the 72-hour water fast I did this past weekend. So I went from Thursday to Sunday, and did only water, so I didn't have anything else. I wanted to talk about how it went, and I really think that whoever you are now listening to this, if you don't even already practicing it, that you should consider at least start implementing fasting into your regiment or your schedule, because the health benefits are tremendous. Can't talk enough about that. If we really look what fasting is, it's a rest for the body. So we're finally letting our body take a rest from so it can do what it's supposed to do, which is to cleanse and heal the organism, like the other animals in nature are self-healing. If we just give them the right tools and the right, provide them with the right circumstances, so they will do magic for us. But I want to talk about it a little bit and do a summary here about, because this was the longest I've done so far in my life. I've gone with only water for 48 hours, and I did it 2 months ago. And I think that one was better. This one was, to be honest, it was awful because I didn't have any energy at all. I lack my usual drive I have, and I was very lethargic. Felt not good at all, to be honest. And on the Friday there, so about 24 hours in, I could really sense that I had a lot of detox symptoms. Because what happens what I mean with detox symptoms, maybe not everyone is aware of it, but that's the symptoms that you get when you're sick. And what sickness really means is that it's a symptom from the body. It's sending signals to you and telling you, hey, it's something wrong here now. You've done something very wrong for a long, extended period of time. And we finally reached a point now where my body is banking on the door, telling you that, hey, you should change something now. So that's what I was feeling. Had some headache. Felt kind of like your hangover, but it went away on the evening later. Saturday was kind of the same. I didn't feel very bad. I was just very tired and lack of energy, like I said. Got better on the Saturday evening, and when I broke the fast on Sunday there, I am very cautious always how I break it, and that's one thing that you really have to understand, because a lot of people forget this very crucial part, and that's how we break it. That's almost more important than the actual fast, because we can hurt ourselves and put in a lot of complications into our system if we do it in a very stressful way for the system. I see many people, they put up all kinds of big plates with different kinds of foods. You got fats, you got proteins, carbs, and everything at once. When we have let the body and the colon and intestines rest for extended period of time, it's easy that we introduce the nutrients and calories very gradually and slowly. And the longer the fast is, the slower we get. So I broke it at 12:30 with a glass of carrot and lime juice. Yeah, just to get the body used to the nutrients again. About 30 minutes later, I went with the honey melon, because melon is mostly water, the purest water form on earth, actually. And it's very easy for the body to digest. It doesn't require barely any energy at all. Because it's loaded with so much water as well, and fiber and sugar, the cells can absorb the nutrients very easily and quickly. And something interesting that I noticed on this fast is that I actually lost only 1.5 kilograms in weight. And that is about 3 pounds if you're living outside Europe here. What I've usually happened when I've been fasting before is that I've dropped much more weight. I was actually expecting to drop maybe 5 kilograms. What I think it depends on is that for over a year now, or almost a year now, I've been eating primarily raw foods. And what I mean by that is mostly, especially now in the summertime, fruits. So I eat a lot of fruits, and especially during in the middle of the day, because I want to have all energy that I could possibly have. Since I'm eating so much fruit, the liver, the fructose goes to the liver right away, which means that the liver creates the energy there and transports it to the cells. So with the fruit, you don't hold on to much weight with water, because let's say you're eating a lot of complex carbs instead of simple carbohydrates like fruit is, your body will store glycogen in the muscle tissue, and that's why you gain so much weight, especially when you're eating, let's say you eat pizza. You always gain a lot of weight because the body keeps so much fluid. My body is kind of in a lean state as it is. So and also when you go into fast, your body gets to the situation where it wants to keep the reserves. It doesn't want to waste anything because it knew it doesn't come in any nutrients, so it doesn't want to waste anything unnecessarily. So I'm pretty sure that's is the case. My energy level there, I still have some unanswered questions I need to figure out. But it could be a lack of minerals. What you could have done, you could add sea salt or something like that into the water, obviously. But I didn't want to do it because once you add something to it, it's not a real fast anymore because it's a stimulant for the body. And everything that gets into the system, the body has to deal with it. And it requires some energy in order to do that, which means that the energy that I have for cleaning out and detoxing is less. So that's why I wanted to go with only water. That could be one of the issues. I had such a little energy. I'm waiting for some answers this week. Minerals shouldn't be a question here because it's not a very long fast, to be honest. 3 days is not that, very long. I mean, I think it's something that almost everyone should strive in some way or another, at least do maybe once a year. There's a lot of people who go weeks, almost close to a month with only water, and I'm not going to say they're doing fine because that's not the point with fasting. The point with fasting is to cleanse and heal, and that's not going to be very nice. So we don't want to look at the signs to feel good. That's not what we want to do here. But at the same time, we want to have energy. That could be lack of minerals. Touch on some things that are really why I do these things, and that's primarily for health reasons. I know how this is something that we've done since ancient times. This has always been something natural for the people and also the animals in nature. Once they get injured or sick for some reason, they leave out the nutrients so that the digestive tract doesn't consume any energy. Like I said, we're healing organisms, so the body can utilize that. And so this is a natural state for any human being, and that's what I want to inspire people to start doing these things. And since I'm also not that very experienced, I think a lot of new people to this can relate more to me because I'm in a phase that this is, like I said, my first 3-day water fast, and my plan is once we move forward now to increase it and go up to 4 or 5 and later on a week. But at this moment I just want to learn to be comfortable and get used to this 2 and 3-day water fasts. Some other things about fasting is that I would say it's fasting and semen retention is maybe the 2 biggest getaways into the spiritual realm, no doubt about it. I think those are 2 are very deeply connected. First of all, it's so tremendously important for our health if we want to have vitality and vigor in the later stages of life. It's no question about it. What fasting really does is that it makes you definitely more connected to now. And since you don't have anything to run away to, what so many people do when they run away to food and stuff like that, is that you really have to sit down and deal with your own emotions and thoughts that boils up to the surface. We can't just run away and hide, and suppress it through food. Because to be honest, most people don't even eat for the purpose that we should be eating, which is for nutrition and to nourish ourselves. We eat mostly for, I think, routines is one reason, and also we eat to suppress emotions because there's so many people that have been taught that they should suppress them, they shouldn't deal with them. But I'm pretty certain that eventually it will come back at you, lead to some very bad, some very negative impacts in your life if that's the case. We definitely don't want to suppress it. It's better to let it get out so we can deal with it. Fasting makes you also appreciate foods more. I noticed when I always want to break a fast, it's so crazy amazing, the feeling, like all the flavors you get. Even the carrot and lime juice I did, it was amazing. And then a honey melon, like perfect melon. I mean, you appreciate food to a much greater degree than what I used to. And you also be very careful what you put into the body, because when you go a certain amount of time without food, you don't want to break it with a pizza or a burger or crap. You want to be very careful what you put in. Like I said, it also makes you more connected to your spirit. That's always what I noticed. Combining these with semen retention, you're going to be a very powerful entity, that's for sure. So whoever you are out there now, if you're doing that, at least start practicing one of them and you will see tremendous results. Overall, what I like about fasting is that you feel very fresh your skin clears out. Yeah, if you have energy, the mental clarity and the focus is amazing. I didn't really experience this time because I was very tired, like I said. But the hunger part wasn't that big of a deal. I think after a day in, 1.5 day in, you kind of get used to it. And you realize that we're definitely not eating for hunger. Because I wasn't even hungry. I was not even hungry on Sunday, to be honest. Then that's so interesting. Like the hunger goes away. And they say that the longer you go, the easier it gets, actually. Kind of sounds strange, but I really believe it does. The first 2 days, they always say it's the hardest. And I definitely agree so far with what I've been practicing. Other than that, you really, also with the fasting, you appreciate the small things. Just sitting, like when I sat here on the balcony and just sitting and listening to the birds and just taking in the moment. It's can't really compare to anything else. That's what I was gonna say. It's such a great detox method as well, because if you're only drinking water, you don't get those highs that you usually get from the food. Because I mean, when people eating high pleasure foods, that's one of the highest dopamine factors that we have in our lives. So when we can take that away for a short period of time, that's doing a lot of good stuff for the brain. You kind of get a reset, and for that part is also very nice. I mean, we should not just talk about the physical aspect, but the mental aspect as well. How you feel and what it does for our mental health. Are curious about this and wondering, could this be something for me? And I would definitely say yes, it's definitely for you. I think it's for everyone. But we have to be also careful, I think, with how we start. I don't think you should start with a 3-day right away. I think it's better if you can gradually increase the amount of time that you put in. So if you haven't fasted 0 days in your life, go with a 12-hour up to 15, 16, and then to 18. And set up a goal that you're going to accomplish 1 day without food. And after we've done that, then we can start implementing maybe 36, 48, and 72 hours. So it always takes small steps. I think that's the way to go. And so that we can incorporate at a good pace and let it become something natural for us in our life. Yeah, so with that said, I hope you got something good out of this. And if you've done a fast as well in your life, let me know in the comment down below. If you have done maybe even longer than me and have more experience, would be nice if you can share your progress. Also, I would appreciate if you could hit the like button, comment, and subscribe as well. And also share it to someone you know who might needs to hear something like this. If you have maybe a relative or something that you know have a problem with their weight, and or they are sick maybe, send them this video and the last video I did as well. To get the word out, that they can understand that we are self-healing organisms and our body can do amazing things as long as we just give them the right tools and the time as well. See you in the next one. Have a great week.